Get it all right now.
It's the Front Page News.
The show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley, the morning show. Hey, got your front page right here in Rock TV. We're going to be talking about sports coming up, man. I'm telling you, boy. Y'all, it was a
Come on, baby.
thriller in Manila last night.
Yes, one of the greatest of all time, baby.
Man,
Yes.
Yeah. Bye, Brett. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Brett, and these are the headlines that are trending right now at RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Well, the Alabama Crimson Tide are again the champions of college football after a 26-23 overtime win against the Georgia Bulldogs last night. And Rock T will have all the highlights from that. Oh, my God, I can't wait till y'all get into it about that. And also, another government spending deadline is on the horizon. The government could run out of money on January 19th without congressional action. Now, how does the government run out of money, Ricky?
I don't know.
All the money out here that they dealing with and wasting stuff on.
They wasted sending Donald Trump to the game last night.
Hello? I'm sure somebody from our taxes paid for that. Anyway, North Korea is planning to send a delegation to the upcoming Winter Olympics in South Korea. The two sides agreed to allow the North to send athletes and a cheerleading squad to the games. That should be pretty awesome. And in other headlines, a study says ibuprofen is linked to male infertility. It's also sold under brand names like Motrin or Advil. And last but not least, Ivanka Trump is under fire. The president's daughter tweeted Monday that it's time for everyone to come together after Oprah's empowering, inspiring speech. Much of the Twitter sphere was not having it, quickly bringing up the allegations of sexual misconduct against the president.
Yeah, start out with your dad.
Exactly. For those stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm your girl, Brett. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Brad. Coming up later, y'all, Tamar Braxton, she's falling apart, y'all. We have to pray for Tamar. Yes, I'm going to tell you what we're praying for later. Rock T?
Well, there's only one thing to talk about in sports, as Briggity Tat said, national champions, Alabama Crimson Tide, man. We're going to talk about the game, talk about the highlights, the lowlights, and all in between, man. So stay tuned for that, man.
Lord have mercy.
What up, crack?
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Hey, listen. 2018, man. A big shout out to my team, man. The Alabama Crimson Tide. It was a thriller in Manila. That's probably the best. I don't know, Rock. Does that national championship compare to USC versus Texas?
Texas. I think USC versus Texas may edge.
That baby went into overtime, Rock.
Yeah, USC Texas game is going to be a tough one to beat, but this has got to be like right there below it, man. I mean, it was going back and forth. Just when you thought Alabama was out of it, they hit them with a right hook. They get back in it. Then head coach take out their starting quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who's proven that he can win in big games. He took a risk and brought in the freshman quarterback.
That wasn't no damn risk. I've been saying that all week. I've been telling them to put him in. I watched the boy practice. I watched the boy throw 2 touchdown passes against the first string defense at practice.
Yeah,
I said,
man.
And I knew I had some inside information that they had a package. That they was gonna, I thought it was gonna actually play him and Jalen, but they just took Jalen out and put him in there, man. And now Alabama was a threat downfield, so they got the defensive backs back, and they wasn't stacking the box like it was. So, hey, it was on.
They did what they had to do to beat Georgia, and that was throw the ball. And Tua, that quarterback, man, Jalen. Here's the big question. Everyone's been blowing me up on Twitter. Do you think Jalen Hurts is gonna lose the starting quarterback position?
And I mean, he did everything that he could do, man. He had that man is 22-2. Jalen Hurts is 22-2, but
I think he's 25-2.
25-2, but he can't throw downfield, man. You know, and if you're gonna be a explosive offense, you got to be a threat downfield.
Knowing Nick Saban, I think your boy gonna go back with Jalen next year to start the season.
I'm willing to bet you. Man, Alabama fans. Come on, man. That dude won the national championship.
Listen, that dude can throw. That's what I do know. He was accurate and on point. And when I tell you he threw it directly to the person, and it looked like it was not possible for the ball to be caught. It was crazy, Ricky. But I was like, oh my God.
You can't go back to Jalen Hurts, man. You have done every single thing that you could possibly do with Jalen Hurts, man. It's time to move on. Or unless you're going to let Jalen Hurts come in and play like run some screen plays and play running back or something.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna find a way to ease Jalen back in just out of respect, and then hopefully in the back of his head he's gonna hope that Jalen does not perform on a high level that he used to perform on, so Tua can take it over and run with it. Now, let me tell you something. Here's why Tua is a dog. Because the play before the game-winning touchdown, he got sacked. He should have threw that ball away.
16 yards.
16-yard sack. You got to throw that ball. That was a little freshman mistake, but he got to throw that ball away. And he comes back. He got ice in his veins, baby. He goes right back in the next play and say, let's go.
And he read that safety, man. He was trying to look off that safety, man. And next thing you know, number 6. And then the freshman showed out the number 22. As a matter of fact,
Harris.
Yeah. Him and the quarterback got off the plane together. Got the plane together from Atlanta to Birmingham and rode to Tuscaloosa together as freshmen. Somebody saw him in the baggage claim. You know they was blowing me up in the airport. Say, hey man, Alabama got 2 studs down. Man, when they and that number 4 and the number 11 from Montgomery, Alabama. Man, Alabama put the true freshman won the national championship, man. Like, made a real big difference in the national championship.
Come on, man. Devontae Smith, number 6. Dude, come on, man. That joker just ran right past the defensive back, man. That was a great game. That was a phenomenal game,
Alabama
man.
got a quarterback and a receiving core now that's unfreaking believable, which is going to also open up the running game.
Absolutely.
Now we got a balanced offense, and Nick Saban has tied Coach Paul Bear Bryant for national championships. So this is something else, man. Congratulations to Georgia, man. Georgia dominated the whole first half, and they put up a fight in the second half. Alabama just came back and got back in the game. Because one thing about Alabama, you cannot, if you're going to beat them, you cannot let Alabama hang around, because they will find a way to win.
Man, that doggone defensive line stepped up. Davis and Duran, oh my goodness, for Alabama.
Yeah.
So Alabama won 5 of the last 9 seasons, man. So you can pretty much lock it up.
Hey, Brad, you need to give me my money.
We didn't bet.
You bet. Brad.
We didn't bet.
Hey, Brad, don't do
You
that.
bet
Don't,
somebody
Brad,
else's money. We didn't bet. I was just talking about your jacket and stuff, and I was telling you that I had a Georgia notebook pad, and I was saying go Bulldogs, because you was all up in here, and we sitting in Atlanta, and you trying to talk about.
Anyway, if y'all got your wake-up calls, you can call 866.
I can do it. 1-866-9-RICKEY. Just because you won don't mean you can just run everything around here. 1-866-9-RICKY. Hit us up. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is about 12 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. Hey, people are inspired. I don't know if anybody watched the Golden Globe Awards the other night, but Oprah Winfrey gave a powerful speech, which was awesome, which inspired people, had everybody in tears. And then Ivanka Trump tweeted what, Brett?
She tweeted that it's time for everyone to come together after Oprah's empowering and inspiring speech.
Why would she tweet that?
She should have just kept her Twitter fingers in her pockets.
Because they said that Twitter went in.
Yes, they did.
Twitter went all the way in on her, and they said, start out with your dad.
Right.
And Gary, what you think?
First of all, with the Ivanka thing, I thought that was nice for her to do that, even though we know what her dad is going through, what he done and what have you. But I think Oprah, would make a good president. But my thing is, would she really want to run? Because all the scrutiny she would have to go through, and
somebody has to make a sacrifice to do what's right for the people. You got people like Dr. King and Medgar Evers, and that paid the ultimate price just where we could be able to do what we do. And, and Oprah did say if the people call for her to run, she will run. And if she runs, she'll win.
She will win. I think she will win, too.
Across the board, because, really, Republican, Democrats, everybody love Oprah. Everybody really loves Oprah. They may have a few people that don't like her, but across the board, people really like her.
I just wouldn't want that stress on Oprah, Gary. Like, we need our Oprah to stay like our Oprah. I just feel like she would be so stressed out. Like, all the presidents, I keep saying, like, their hair turned gray in, like, a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get so stressed out, it seemed like. And I don't want Oprah to be stressed out like that, or be sick, or be in the hospital. I want her to live forever.
Yeah. And then people saying, too, well, we really want another reality, quote-unquote, star to be the president.
Well, you can't take nobody that's ignorant like Donald Trump and then just deny somebody, like Oprah Winfrey, or, somebody opportunity to become president of the United States because of how ignorant and dumb Donald Trump is, and he is ignorant and dumb. They say he don't come to work till 11 o'clock. They say, I'm serious. They say he don't come down to the Oval Office till about 11 o'clock, and he has spent. If you look at the time he spent on the golf course or whatever, I think she will work hard for the American people.
Right.
And I think she will make a great candidate. She was inspirational. She's smart. She's classy.
Yeah,
and
I
think she would be awesome.
And she doesn't have any kids or anything, so she don't have nothing to stress out. We don't have to worry about nobody pulling up nothing on her kids, doing something crazy or what have you.
That's true, but people, you know how they are. They would try to pull something up on her. Like,
they can't pull that because she didn't talk about everything on her show and Dr. Phil, so she done disarmed everybody. You can't say nothing about Oprah Winfrey, and she's more successful than Donald Trump.
Yes, she is.
And richer.
Yes, she is.
So, we're going to take a look at that. We'll see if it happens, because if she does that, I am on board.
I am on board, too.
Let's go, y'all. Get at me with your wake-up calls. I need some roll tides to hit me up on the wake-up call, 8669-RICKEY, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's go. Hey.
You tired. And that's up. Wake them up. Wake up. Wake up. Hey, get on up. Get ready. Come on and wake up. Wake up. Hitting that damn alarm. Early in the morning. You ain't getting nothing. Wake up.
I'm calling for the South Side, and all I want to say is roll tide, Ricky, roll tide.
Hey.
CJ calling from Atlanta. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roll tide, roll. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey.
This is Lisa calling from One Rising. Just want to shout out to all my Geico family, and for them Georgia fans, Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning. Roll tide, baby.
You better preach.
I'm just calling to say, Rick, man, if you don't bring out Buford this morning, man, we got a problem.
You got
man.
darn right.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Get on up. Hey. Wake up.
Sharonda calling from Phoenix City, Alabama. Roll tide, Ricky, roll tide.
Yes,
Good
baby.
morning. This is Sharonda calling from Georgia. I want to wake up all my Alabama fans. They doubted this, but roll tide, baby.
Good morning. This is Miss Tanya King from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Originally from Gadsden, Alabama. What about it, baby? Holla at me.
What about it, baby?
From Cuthbert, Georgia. I want to wake my brother Kevin Davis up. He's been praying all night that Georgia win and they lost. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Oh.
Hey, yo, town. Listening to Miss Juicy gonna call him out, so let's go. Wake up.
Cincinnati.
Wake up.
Evansville.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Five Points.
Wake up.
Gainesville.
Wake up.
Huntsville.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Thank you, Juicy.
You're welcome.
What you got, Greg?
All right, man. Wake Up Calls are brought to you by TV1 and the NAACP Image Awards. It's the 49th NAACP Image Awards. Live, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central on TV1. Following the red carpet special at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Only on TV1. Represent. And listen, no matter what side you was rocking with last night in the game, if you an Alabama fan right now, you can't tell them nothing. Kanye West, let's get it. Front page up next.
Hey.
It's larger than life.
And this is what's trending right now.
Trending topics.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The front page is brought to you by Taco Bell. Wake up to the power of the dollar at Taco Bell, where you can get stacks of fluffy eggs and melted cheese in a new $1 breakfast stacker. All right, what up, Crack?
What up, Rick? Here's what's going on in the world of hip-hop, man. So yesterday, maybe you saw it on social media. Maybe you heard us talk about it briefly yesterday. But H&M was in a lot of hot water because they released this ad that had a hoodie that said coolest monkey in the jungle, and there was a young black kid wearing it. Well, of course, a lot of people on social media were not here for it. And you know who else is not here for it? The Weeknd, who is actually a person who has like a partnership with H&M, and he's like, hey, woke up this morning shocked and embarrassed by this photo. I'm deeply offended and will not be working with H&M anymore.
Oh, really?
He's like, yeah, later for the money, I'm out.
Wait a minute, now what happened with the photo, Crack?
So there's a ad that they had for this new line of like shirts that they had that was like kind of like zoo and jungle themed.
Yeah.
And there was like a young black kid wearing a hoodie that said "coolest monkey in the jungle." Then there was a white kid that had another shirt that said something, less as offensive. You know what I'm saying? And the weird thing is like the oversensitivity when you put, monkeys and associate them with black people. Now, granted,
because that people have and still use racial slurs to refer African Americans to a monkey and stuff. You see all kind of videos with them white people calling us that.
Yeah,
and it is offensive.
And the odd part about it though is like if you put the white kid in the same hoodie, everyone's not as mad.
Right.
But somebody in somebody's marketing department should have said, you know what, this is not a good idea. Yeah. Someone might get mad at that. Yeah. Where were the people that, co-sign and overread things? But anyway, shout out to The Weeknd for taking a stand. He Kaepernicked it on a business sense. Moving on, Eminem. When his album came out, a lot of people was like, huh? Some people was rocking with it. Some people was like, I don't know, man. But one of the joints that people were checking for was the collabo that he had with 2 Chainz, which was a record called Chloroseptic featuring Fresher. Well, yesterday, the Chloroseptic #remix came out yesterday, and 2 Chainz flamed it. Take a listen.
It's the return of the body snatcher. Walk in the spot, make my woman smack.
Woo!
In a fruit fight, I aim at your Adam's apple. Pull up in the candy car, eating a candy bar, my girl eating the candy apple.
Whoa!
Woo!
Man.
When I tell you 2 Chainz ain't playing no games with anybody in any type of studio,
Ever.
that dude is the Swiss Army knife rapper. You can put him on a record with anybody, he gonna work it out and figure out a way to be dope.
Brad, did you see your boy Kendrick Lamar last night?
I was on a flight back from Chicago.
He showed out.
Yo, big shout out to and Kendrick Lamar showed out because I looked at some of the highlights when I got back when the plane touched down. Right. But big shout out to the city of Chicago, the Chicago Bulls. I believe they lost because I had to leave at halftime. But big shout out to Twister. He was at the game last night.
Twister!
Big shout out to Christy Love. And shout out to 92.3, man. A lot of love out there in these streets, man. I'm digging it.
That is. I appreciate it, Haircraft. Let's take a look at the front page. What up, Brett?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Brett, and these are the headlines that are trending right now at RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Well, as you know, Alabama Crimson Tide are again the champions of college football after a 26-23 overtime win against the Georgia Bulldogs last night. In other headlines, another government spending deadline is on the horizon. The government could run out of money on January 19th without congressional action. Also, North Korea is planning to send a delegation to the upcoming Winter Olympics in South Korea. The 2 sides agreed to allow the North to send athletes and a cheerleading squad to the games. And the study says ibuprofen is linked to male infertility. Well, it's also sold under brand names and Motrin or Advil. Does that mean it has something to do with males having kids?
Yeah, I guess low
count.
Yeah.
Wow. So men shouldn't take ibuprofen and Advil. What they supposed to do if they get a headache?
Oh, no.
Tylenol, because it has less aspirin.
And then, BC and Goody powders mess up your kidneys.
Yes. If you take too many of those, your stomach will end up hurting.
Yeah.
And the
last start calling that Plan C.
Right? Instead of pulling out, right? Anyway, last but not least, we talked about Ivanka Trump. She's under fire. That's the president's daughter. She tweeted Monday that it's time for everyone to come together after Oprah's empowering and inspiring speech. And much of the Twitter sphere was not having it, and they came for her in a major way. And they brought up the allegations of sexual misconduct against her father, the president. So for those stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm your girl, Brett. You can catch me on all my social media at So Brett. You can catch me on the rap game tonight on WeTV.
$500 in my pocket that you owe me.
Ricky, you owe me money.
Come on,
okay?
Rock, let's go.
Rock TZ, what up?
Let's baby. Alabama 26, Georgia 23. Overtime victory. Woo. That 41-yard touchdown pass from Tua to Devontae Smith will be etched in everybody's memory for a long time, baby.
Pick up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
Touchdown!
Alabama!
Tunga Vailoa going downfield. He's got a man open. Oh, my God. Touchdown. Alabama has won it.
The dogs are heartbroken.
Tunga Vailoa con el pase largo. Tiene el hombre. Touchdown!
The Crimson Tide has once again ascended to the top of the college football mountain.
Alabama, baby, get crunk, man. They won 5 of the last 9 seasons, man. That's That's a decade of dominance. That's the 6th national title for Nick Saban. He ties the great Bear Bryant as the most national titles of all time. Here's Nick.
Well, I just thought we had to throw the ball in the game, and I thought he could do it better, and he did. Hey, it's just a great win, man. I'm so happy for Alabama fans. Unbelievable.
He's talking about his backup quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Hope I said his name right. Who came in off the bench in the second half and threw 3 touchdowns.
It just felt like another game out there. I just thank God I was put in the place and position that I'm in now, and I guess my number was called, and I got that opportunity, and I just had to make the best of it. I knew I had to make the best of it, so I did my best.
And you know what I got to do, man, real fast? I got to say, big up, shout out to the respect and class of quarterback Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
Man, he was with his backup quarterback and his teammate the entire time in the second half, encouraging them, giving them advice.
And he stepped in and did his thing. You know, he's destined for stuff like this. He's built for stuff like this. He has that it factor, and I'm so happy for him, happy for this team. It's unbelievable.
Feel proud, Rick. Feel proud, big dog.
I'm real proud, man. As a matter of fact, out of all the national championships, this got to be the best one, man, because we was down. They thought we was down. People were sending me all kind of, let me go back through my text messages. I got a text message from, shout out to everybody that texted me when you thought the game was over, when you thought that Alabama lost. All of the texts from Special K text me, no more play in GA with a picture of Pastor Troy. And then I got a text message from Jay Mathis and Beyonce, she texted me, she was humble, but Matron, I got a lot of text messages.
I know you did, dog.
All my phone was, but I didn't respond. I just held tight. And then my nerves got bad. I just started cleaning up the kitchen and started making to-go boxes for everybody. Getting everybody to get ready where they can get the hell up out of my house. And then I'm telling y'all, man, it was just, this is just unfreaking real.
Well, let me go ahead and give my opinion on what's going to happen in this quarterback situation with Alabama next year.
Ask you that.
Tua deserves and should be the starting quarterback next season, but because of the respect and the class that Nick Saban has for Jalen Hurts, my opinion, Saban's going to start the season with a 2-quarterback combination. As the season progresses, Tua will win the full-time starting quarterback position. But they're going to start off the next season, and they're going to rotate them in. Hurts going to probably be the running quarterback, and Tua's going to be the throwing quarterback. That's my opinion, player.
That is. I appreciate it, Rock T. What you got coming up, Gary?
Coming up next, Tamar Braxton is falling apart. We're going to talk about it next.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
What's going on, America? It's your man, British Head Crack, here to tell you about WeFixMoney.com. At this point in my life, I feel like I need a life coach. Because it seems like I'm doing everything wrong. Yo, Ricky.
Yeah.
The other day, this young lady said, British Head Crack, I want to come over for some Netflix and chill. So I was like, word. I opened every window in the house.
You what?
I opened every window in my house, and I set the tempo on the thermostat on 30.
Wow.
Now she's sick, I'm sick, and I don't have insurance. But I do have WeFixMoney.com. Do you know WeFixMoney.com can put up to $2,000 in your account sometimes in less than 24 hours? And the cool thing, they have a 2-minute quick fix guarantee that lets you know in 2 minutes or less whether or not you can get the money you need. It's crazy how that whole Netflix and chill thing works. I thought if you make a woman cold, she'll want to be closer to you.
No.
Yeah, apparently not. There's nothing.
Oh, she got pneumonia. British Black Tony.
There's nothing more unsexy than a lady sneezing in your face when you're trying to French kiss her. But anyway, WeFixMoney.com, my friends. Hit up the website today. Tell them British Head Crack sent you.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, at the bottom of the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Recently, y'all, Toni Braxton, y'all, was the special guest of her beautiful sister, Miss Tamar Braxton, y'all, for the final show of the Great Escape Tour. And they're saying, y'all, that Toni Braxton had to save the day, honey, for poor Tamar, y'all. They say Tamar fell apart, honey. They say her costume just fell apart on stage.
Oh, the costume.
Yes, baby. They say this girl costume fell apart. A lot of people don't know if the fabric was imported or if it was from, honey,
that happens sometimes. You can get snagged or caught on to something like your shirt yesterday fell apart.
Oh, no, your hands didn't.
Yeah, remember your shirt had a hole in it yesterday?
Okay.
That biscuit can material.
Okay.
Remember your shirt yesterday?
His shirt was singing, I'm busting out on the serious funk.
Right.
I'm busting out.
Whatever. But anyway, child, honey.
Now, what was that material imported from?
Nah, honey. It was
Pillsbury.
from...
Mothballs.
It was... my material was, honey, from France, honey.
Yeah.
Okay, from France, honey. You can read the label.
Francine.
But anyway, y'all, let's keep Tamar lifted up in our prayer because she's been going through a lot lately. And, now her outfit's falling apart, child. It's just, I don't know. Some people wonder maybe if her husband maybe did something to the fabric or something, made it weaker or something. I don't know. But we're going to keep her lifted up in our prayer. All right, moving on. Another celebrity news, y'all, honey. Now, we all know, y'all, that Kendrick Lamar was the halftime guest for the championship game on yesterday, honey. But now, I hope, does rappers still beef, as y'all say, or fight and shoot each other?
Every day.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Well, let me tell you something. A lot of people say, honey, that Kendrick Lamar, which we know he was a great halftime person yesterday, but Lupe Fiasco, did you hear what he said?
What?
He said, baby, Kendrick Lamar, honey, is not the greatest lyricist, honey, in the rap game today.
It don't matter who the greatest lyricist is. People have different styles that different people like. Different people like different kind of styles and all that kind of stuff. You just can't categorize. Did I say that right?
Categorize, yeah.
Yeah,
He said Kendrick isn't even a top-tier lyricist, honey. So I'm like, how could he say something like
well,
that?
He's something. People buying the album. He got to perform halftime during the national championship in front of 30 million people. He's something.
Yeah, but they said when asked, honey, Lupe to compare the lyricism of Logic and Kendrick, they said the rapper gave a surprising response. He said, quote, I'll put it to you like this. K-Dot is not a top-tier lyricist to me and my standards when it comes to punchlines and bars. He said his overall lyrics are good, his stories phenomenal, but punchline entendre, lyrically, I don't
Crack, can you explain this?
Yeah, so basically, at the end of the day, when it comes to punchlines, metaphors, and just saying things in a clever way, Lupe Fiasco says that there's a lot of people that do it better in that department. He gave him props in the storytelling department and the songwriting department. They're two different types of MCs, and Kendrick is like more of a direct kind of rhymer, but a great songwriter. So, it's hard to compare the two. If there was a battle, like a lyrical battle, line for line, depending on which Kendrick shows up, Lupe might get him. Because Lupe says clever things, but Kendrick says more direct things.
Well, I thought Drake was the best.
No, you thought wrong.
Oh, Drake not?
No.
Excuse me, honey. All right, then. All right, the Kahlua today is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today in honor of the, Alabama Crimson Tide.
Get it right.
Winning the championship. The Kahlua today, y'all, is championship. On the high end, you say championship, and on the low, just say crimson and cream.
There it is. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. Yeah. All right, y'all, I ain't got a chicken and waffle mix coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Hey, roll damn tide, man. John Lane, what up, boy?
I'm good, man. Vibes on a Tuesday, man. Of course, I'm going to be posting this mix on my podcast. For the link, man, just link me Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at JAH Lion Zone.
John, you see the game last night?
Yo, I did not see it, man, but I heard Alabama won.
Yeah, man. Hey, bruh.
Yo, I was proud for you, Ricky. I ain't gonna even lie. You the biggest Alabama supporter in the world, so I was proud for you.
Yeah, man. When it comes to Alabama and Alabama State University and Miles College and Alabama A&M, of course. Hey, you know I'm down. Those are my schools. So, man, yeah. Shout out, man, to that freshman quarterback that did his thing. Blacks on that. Did you see the game? Hey, where you at anyway?
Shout man.
Where you at, bruh?
Hey, shout man. I got flexed on tickets, shout.
You got what?
Shout, I got flexed on tickets, shout.
We told you that. Yeah, I told you dumb ass that yesterday.
Shout, I went on there, shout, them folks talking about, man, the folks ain't even playing, shout, he knew, man.
I tried to tell you that before you went down there.
Yo, Ricky, that's why Tony is like the sorriest excuse for a hustle. Yo, the whole trap ashamed of you right now.
Hey, shout, hold on.
The whole trap ashamed of you, Tony. You can't even push some fake tickets. Yo, just sit down, man.
Hey, but I tell you what, yo, Shawty, I got flashed on. Hey, look, Shawty, I got flashed on them tickets, but guess what?
John went in on it.
Yo, I can't even be proud of Black Tony. Like, he don't come to work, but at least if he could make some money in the streets, we could vouch for him. We can't even do that. Damn shit.
What'd you say, John? So what?
Yo, we can't even vouch for Tony. He can't even make no money in the streets. Oh, sit down. Damn shit.
Sit down.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
So I was with Trump Yo, Shawty, I was in back, I was out back when they had pulled up, man. Shawty, when his truck had pulled up, Shawty. Yeah. And I walked over there and said, hey, what's up, Trump? He talking about, hey, what's up, Shawty? I said, look, Shawty, I'm Black Tony, Shawty. I be ready before the ATL, Shawty. He talking about, what's up, Cole? I said, look, Shawty. I said, I know this man said ain't y'all lying. He be coming on the radio DJ, Shawty. He ain't supposed to be here. He ain't got his paperwork. Hey, Shawty, Donald Trump told me, Shawty. He told me he gonna make me a Republican and he gonna put me in on a congressman, Shawty. I'm gonna be on the Congress, Shawty.
Black Tony, you got my vote, Black Tony.
Hey, he's gonna put me on the Congress and Supreme Court, Shawty.
No, I don't know about all that, Black Tony. We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Shawty, you gonna take your skin and
Still to come on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Man, I'd appreciate if you give me the respect that a white man's due.
You give me no respect. I'm a black woman.
No, ma'am. I'm a
Matter of fact, don't call my fucking house, boy. I'll bring the police round now.
Ma'am, you don't want to bring none, because I'm a good old
George. Yes, I do, because I want to find out what the fuck going on.
Next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Wake your ass up. A little laughter make the day go faster. To your ears, it's like happily ever after. Next time anybody asks you, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Let's go. All right, y'all, here's a hilarious prank phone call by RoyWoodJr.com.
Hello? Yeah, Chuck Walker. I need to speak with the parents of this Victor and that Daytrick boy.
Who is this?
This is Chuck Walker. I stay right around the corner from here, over here in Central Park.
Uh-huh.
Is this Mama?
Yes.
What's your name, man?
Miss Earl.
Now, have you been with your boys for the most part?
What's that, was my boys with me?
Or are they in your side all day?
All the time I'm at home and they're off with me. They're playing down the street.
I stay about 3 blocks over from you there. I come home and I catch my daughter with one of your boys.
A daughter with one of my boys?
Yes, ma'am. My daughter, I'll be damned if they weren't right up there wrapped up in that damn couch in that blanket. And the
Not my child.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're the freaker right there. And the other boy was on the camera.
Not my boys.
Ma'am,
So you must got my boys mixed up.
I asked them.
My boys don't do that. Do nothing like that I know of.
And you know, and the other one was standing there butt naked with a condom on. I guess he was waiting for his turn or something.
Okay, where did you stay? Because I'm at home. I could come around there.
Well, man, I'm not interested in meeting up with you right now because anybody who raised children like that, I really am not.
Well, you raised yours, and mine don't want nothing no cover with yours. So you get yours straight, and I get mine straight. Come here, Dad.
Ma'am, don't, ma'am. We're handling this right now.
I'm finna handle mine too, but you tell me where you stay and I'll bring mine right, because mine's never out my sight.
First off, sweetheart, your volume is a little bit too intense with me.
Yes, it is, because you lied on my boys.
Well, man, I'd appreciate if you give me the respect that a white man's due.
You give me no respect. I'm a black woman.
No, ma'am. I'm a
Matter of fact, don't call my fucking house, boy. I'll bring the police round now.
Ma'am, you don't want to bring none.
Yes, I do, because I want to find out what the fuck going on.
No, ma'am.
Come here, Dad. Who is your girl?
My daughter, Tabitha. She's a good, sweet hostess.
That's right. Come here.
No, man, we'll talk to the boys in a sec here.
Who is Tabitha?
Now, Miss Earl, right now, what I'm trying to find out from you, because you got to suggest some counseling.
They got you on camera. You and your brother talking about touching on something good.
Getting it on.
Something good. My man getting on, but you got
well, and you need to tell them, you need to take better care of them boys and
no, you
get
need to
their
take care
hair
of your girl, because mine ain't fucking. You better find out who's fucking your daughter, because mine ain't.
No, my daughter don't give up the booty like that now. My
I
daughter
don't know who was giving it up to, baby, but it ain't my two. And I know damn well mine ain't fucking.
Oh, yeah, baby, they are. They like rabbits.
Find out who the bitch is, baby, because it ain't mine.
I tell you this much, they ain't got no magic stick. 'Cause my daughter wasn't even pleased. You could look at the tape and tell she was faking it.
Where do you stay, sir?
And if I
come around there to your house.
If I see them back round here,
yeah, see, nigga, mine don't come that way, baby. Mine don't come nowhere but on my street.
Ain't gonna
in my house.
If I see them round here again, it's gonna be asses to whoop, sweetie.
Well, then you bring your ass round this way.
Sweetie,
I'm standing on the goddamn porch now.
You can get your ass whooped too, Miss Earl. I don't care that.
Around the song.
Sweetheart,
whoever
this is
the fuck your white ass is, baby, you don't know me. Bring your ass on and bring Tabitha hot ass with you.
Look here, man. My daughter don't give it up to nobody, especially no black.
You don't know what your daughter doing when she ain't around you.
I told her not to give it up.
Well, mine ain't fucking.
I told her don't give it up to no blackest. I said if you don't give it up to nobody else, don't you give it up.
I'm finna cut this honky out. Mine don't go nowhere. You know that. I ain't even finna talk to you.
Jayla don't
trouble.
touch no blackies.
Whoever you is.
My daughter-
You stay around the street.
Ma'am.
Your daughter around the corner, baby, because mine don't go around no corner. You say you got him on camera, bring
No,
the camera.
your son was running the camera. That's what I'm telling you.
That's all they got no goddamn camera, so you lying.
I guess they got the one from my daughter then.
Well, then your daughter tell your daughter is a
freaky
trick
deaky.
woman, baby. Bye-bye.
Chet Walker went in.
Always. Oh, man. Hey, we got Jeff Johnson. Coming up next, y'all, 3 things you need to know. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all. 3 things you need to know, man, brought to you by Jeff. With 3 things you need to know about Jeff Johnson, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The time right now is 10 minutes after the hour, y'all. Brought to you by Optima. Resolve now that you'll stop living in the fear of the IRS. Stop lying awake worrying about the IRS garnishing your wages and freezing your bank account. Give yourself the gift of resolution this year. Call Optima Tax Relief. That's 800-829-3181. That's 800-829-3181. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, Ricky, congratulations on that win last night, brother.
Woo!
Good morning, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
how are you?
I'm good.
Hey, that was tough last night, man. That was real tough.
No, it was great to watch, though. Now I want to get into these 3 things, man, because there is, as we all know, just a infection of craziness that is going on all over the place. I mean, I heard you all talk about H&M yesterday. Listen. I said yesterday, Rick, I'm never surprised when I see racism. I'm just sometimes surprised how stupid they think we are.
Right.
And so my hope is that what we will begin to do as a people is begin to assess how we give people our money. Because for those that didn't see the H&M ad with this little boy that had the coolest monkey sweatshirt on, and a white boy who had the survival expert sweatshirt on, and just not be offended by it. Us being offended is one thing, but Rick, when we begin to look at companies before they do crazy stuff, who's on their board? Who's on their executive team? Who do they hire? How do they treat their employees? Where do they invest their money? Who do they use in their supply chain or procurement? Are there black companies that they use to do sanitation or buy toilet paper or do copying or do anything? Where do they show up in the communities of the people that buy their product? We need to be doing that on the front end, because sometimes companies are telling us they're racist even when they don't show it.
Right.
And so, we shouldn't have to wait for an ad to come out to know they don't have nobody of color on their board, that they don't do significant investment in our community. But real quick, Rick, the thing that disturbed me most about this H&M thing?
Right.
How many of our folks was blaming the parents?
Wow.
I saw more statements about where were the parents at, or the parents let him do it. Rick, you and I both know that when these kids sign up to do these modeling gigs, the pictures are being taken and the parents are not in the room. They're not in the editing room. They're not the ones that determine the messages that come out. They're not the ones that determine that. And while it would be great for parents to be able to micromanage everything their kids do, H&M is the one that decided to put that shirt on that kid. And they're the ones that decided to distribute it. And they're the ones that didn't have anybody in the room to be able to say this shouldn't go out. So let's not beat up the parents. We don't know what the condition of this family is. We don't know what their needs are. We don't know how much they knew and how much they didn't know. I'm not going to beat up parents when the corporation is at fault. The second thing, Rick, I want to talk about is what in the hell is wrong with the city of Baltimore? Rick, do you realize that in Baltimore, over the last week, kids have been out of school because there's no heat in the school?
Sad.
Now, I know that there's cities all over the country where there's 2 or 3 or 4 schools that don't have this. But there are almost 60 schools in Baltimore, Rick, that either don't have heat at all or don't have heat in part of the buildings, and kids cannot come to school because it literally is too cold. And even when they're in school, they're wearing coats all day and hats and gloves in classes. And from my understanding, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, the city of Baltimore gave back $60 million to the state because they did not effectively use dollars that were given to them to make substantive repairs to school buildings. And so whether we're in Baltimore, y'all, or whether we're in Cleveland, or whether we're in Atlanta, or whether we're anywhere else, we got to start showing up at school board meetings like we showing up at football games. And we got to start raising hell to make sure that nothing is able to happen and we don't know about it. So when this kind of foolishness happens, we can't act like we're surprised because we've been in the meetings beforehand and held them accountable. Before I get out of here, Rick, I just want to give a huge big up to Sterling K. Brown. I know everybody was talking about Oprah's speech, and I absolutely loved it. But as a brother, I was so inspired by Sterling K. Brown, not just because of his performance, but just how he continues to represent who we are,
right,
and is able to talk about how important it is for us to be ourselves when we're on screen as opposed to a caricature of somebody else. So what I want to know, Rick, is everybody let me know who is the most inspiring black man you've ever seen on TV. Let me know on Jeff Nation through Twitter or IG, because I just want to talk for a second about the images of black men, especially as next week, Rick, we launch Man Cave on BET, and we're going to go deep into that later on this week. Love y'all. Hit me at Jeff Nation on social media. Appreciate y'all.
Jeff, don't get too busy because we need you, man. We love you. We appreciate you. And we
I ain't
for
going
you.
nowhere.
All right, I just
you put me on the air, brother, when nobody would give me a sandwich, Rick. When nobody would let me come on, you said come on and talk your stuff.
I know that.
I ain't going nowhere, Rick. I'm gonna keep doing this show for 39 cents a week.
I know. Ride or die, baby. Let's make it happen. Y'all give it up for Jeff Johnson, y'all. Yeah, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, y'all, French Montana. He's a no-good dog. I'm going to tell you what he did next.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is 29 after the hour. What up, Gary?
Yeah, man, Gary C is brought to you by NBC. For months, you've been waiting. Tonight, the wait is finally over. America's favorite drama is back. Emmy-winning This Is Us returns with an all-new episode tonight on NBC. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Head Crack. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. French Montana, honey. A lot of people are angry with French Montana because he is just being just like the rest of the doggish men being a dog. Now, it's being reported that he and beautiful basketball wife star Miss Evelyn Lozado were they were in a very, very heated relationship, y'all. And they're saying, y'all, but French was spotted the other night, y'all, at Poppy, a nightclub in West Hollywood, honey, with another young lady. They're saying, y'all, when he spotted the paparazzi, honey, with camera taking pictures, honey, he heard me try to cover up his face like he was some kind of Moroccan or something. But they say they knew
He is Moroccan.
Well, he covered his face like a Moroccan, like who he is then. And, honey, a lot of people saying, y'all, how dare he do this with this woman? And they say, honey, he took the woman to the same restaurant that he took Evelyn at when they went on their first date.
He might like to eat that. That might be a good spot. He want his friends to go to that. Don't mean he got something going on with this lady. She could be a new publicist. He just don't want, because he don't want what's happening now. He don't want you to be on here talking about him when it's just a relationship that's not even a friendship. It could be business.
Well, he shouldn't have covered his face up. He should have said, I'm with a business partner only. Poor Evelyn, honey. Evelyn went through a lot, honey. She went through with her first husband. Then she went through with that baseball player she just had that baby for recently. And now she's trying to date him. And he's trying to cheat on her. And I wouldn't date him if I was her because he just got through with Khloe Kardashian.
That was a long time ago. That was a while ago.
Yeah, but
and
still,
can't we find out first, Gary,
but
please?
still the residual. That's why it's called gossip, baby. Remember that.
Then
gossip.
You need to stop talking about it.
But anyway, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all, honey. 2018 Celebrity Big Brothers, honey, is about to happen, honey. And guess who's on the show, honey?
Who?
Genuine.
No.
Oh, but let me tell you, Ricky, honey. Baby, the world is angry with Genuine. Honey. They say Genuine, baby, is caught in a pickle, honey. They say when, honey, a transgender tries to lean in and kiss him. Now, Miss India Willoughby, honey, she's a transgender that's on the show. And all she wanted was a kiss from Genuine. And they said, honey,
so what he was supposed to do
they tripping.
Yeah,
trying it.
Yeah, they trying it, honey. They say, baby, Miss India, honey, was offended after he turned her down for a kiss.
Why wasn't Genuine offended knowing that she was trying to kiss him and she a man?
Exactly. Well, but no, she's not a man. She's transgender. She looks like a...
She
was born a man. Ain't no man gonna be comfortable with
no
transgender kissing on them. And what y'all not finna do is train us to be okay with that.
Or make good TV with it, knowing that he's going to be uncomfortable, and you did that. Come on.
And then try to make somebody to be the bad guy or anti-gay because we turned down a kiss from a transgender. Please.
Well, honey, people are very angry. Miss India's upset about it, honey, and everything, child. So, I mean, you know.
He'll be all right.
Let's listen to here goes Miss India.
I mean, see, for me, this is the problem because I feel that a lot of guys would not go out with somebody like me, even though I'm a woman.
I believe it's your choice too. Like I would choose not to. Like that doesn't make me
But
scared.
you would go out with another woman.
Would I go out with a woman?
You would go out with a woman.
Yes, of course.
Right. But you wouldn't go out with a transsexual woman.
No.
And he has that right to say no.
Yeah, but honey.
But what society is trying to do is to train you.
Yes.
To condition you that if you turn down somebody that's transgender, then you racist or something.
Yes, please don't.
Well, she's a white woman, honey. Most black men will sell their mamas for a white woman. So why would he turn down?
It's not a white woman, though. It's a transgender.
Well, transgender white woman. Yeah, well, she look like a woman.
And she got that heavy C-3PO voice, too. Hell no.
Yeah, but I don't believe anyone did it. I feel so bad for
just because somebody got a Scooby-Doo mask on don't mean that they're Scooby-Doo.
And they Scooby snacks ain't good, baby.
All right, baby.
Robots in disguise.
Well, honey, we gonna see how this turned out because he's on the show, Celebrity Big Brother, honey. They may kick him off, honey, because he didn't kiss Miss India because all she wanted was a kiss.
She is the big brother.
We gonna see, honey. All right, y'all. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas in honor of the national. I said ship.
No, you didn't.
All right, now you know you got to drive through the state of Alabama to get to Texas.
That's right. Don't let us get Buford come in.
50 miles.
Get it, Buford.
Hold on.
What's that
You
called?
got a muddy 50 miles saying things like that about the tide.
The Kahlua today is Crimson and Cream, y'all, in honor of the what's that?
Alabama Crimson Tide national champions.
See how much I know about that football game.
Nope,
honey.
nothing. Not damn nada. Nothing.
We don't even need a congratulations from you.
Nope.
Just go ahead. No, we good.
Yep.
We good.
Merry Christmas.
ESPN and I already said it. Don't worry about it.
I sure was waiting, hoping for those Bulldogs to win.
Russ Parr said it. Everybody said we good. We good. Don't put the Alabama Crimson Tide in the T.
Okay.
Paternity Test Tuesday up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, coming on off this national championship evening. It is Paternity Test Tuesday, 13 minutes before the top of the hour. This is the first one for 2018.
Yep.
And somebody, this is a pregnancy left over from 2017, somewhere where a basement was flooded.
Yep.
And now there's a kid involved. Who do we have, Greg?
Well, on the line, Rick, we got Bilal and Tiante. Now, Bilal's 26, Tiante's 20. They got a baby by the name of Bilal Monte Jr., who's 7 months old.
Wait a minute, what?
The baby's name is Bilal Monte Jr.
Bilal?
Yeah, like he named after his father, allegedly.
Yeah, like the singer.
Bilal.
Oh.
Bilal Monte.
Or the DJ from House Party 1.
Right.
They met when Bilal was working at Home Depot and Tiante came in with her older brother who was buying some wood to build a deck. You know, Bilal spit some game to Tiante while he was cutting up the wood. He invited her to Netflix and chill that weekend and ended up smashing 4 times. All through the weekend.
Shout out to all the ladies. Let y'all know if you need a bigger deck, you can hit me up. If you're not happy with the deck, if the deck that you have is not big enough, if it's not strong enough, if there's not enough wood, call me and I can help you get a bigger deck. So if you're not happy with the deck that you get to sit on every evening, call me because I can make sure that you sit on a bigger deck.
Message.
Really?
Holla at your boy.
Oh, really?
If you need a bigger deck.
Oh my God.
We actually got Bilal and Tiante on deck right now.
Oh my God.
Yo, Bilal.
Yo.
So what was it about Tiante that pulled you in?
I mean, you know, she looks good. She kind of spit good game. I mean, you know, it wasn't nothing too special, but I mean, she was kind of nice looking.
Man, you just like marginalized her. You great value to her. Tiante.
Great value.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it about Bilal that made you want to like Netflix and chill so instantly?
4 times.
I mean, he was very attentive, and he made me feel special. He was persistent. So, he got me. He caught me.
Caught you.
So who made the first move?
I stepped up to her. Yeah. I stepped up to her. I said hello. She was with her brother, so I didn't want to be, disrespectful. But, she definitely caught my eye, so I wanted to say something.
So real quick, I just, out of curiosity, Tavante, what movie were y'all Netflix and chilling and watching? And did you ever finish the movie?
Yes, we did. We were looking at, believe it or not, Get Out.
Oh.
All right now.
Y'all looking at Get Out?
Get Out.
Yeah, which he didn't. And I'm a big Godfather fan, so 1 and 2.
Wow,
okay.
so he went to your house?
No.
Oh.
I was with him.
Oh, got you. Because if he turned on Get Out, that might have been like a subliminal message he was trying to tell you, like, after the film.
No.
Yeah, nah, Get Out was just on in the background. I mean...
They wasn't paying
Godfather
attention
2.
to it.
So y'all handle business 4 times over the weekend.
Yeah.
Man, that's a remix right there.
Oh, that 4th time, you just be trying to kill her at that point. You be pulling hair and choking and stuff by that 4th time. You just going through the mode. You trying to prove something.
But I need your help, Rick. Trying to figure this out. So, G-Eazy say if I hit it 1 time, I'm a piper. If I hit it 2 times, then I like her.
Oh, God.
If I hit it 3 times, I'm a wifer.
Okay.
What's the 4th time, dog?
You get her pregnant.
Right.
Let's start over again. The first say what, Rock?
Oh,
If I hit it 1 time, I'm a piper.
That's 1.
If I hit her 2 times, then I like her. Right? If I hit it 3 times, I'm a wifer.
Right?
But if I hit it 4 times,
What crack?
You get her pregnant.
Oh, God.
So, Tiante, is this your only child?
Yes, it is. It's my only child. Yes.
Got you. And has Bilal been emotionally available to you since the baby's been here?
Well, no, because he got back with his ex. So I don't have any support from him. No.
Man.
So
Bilal, you did a human exchange.
No, see, it like thing with Tiante. I mean, it was nice, but it was just it was a weekend. I mean, me and my ex-fiance. I mean, we go back. We got history. I mean, we was on a break at the time. But after I was seeing Tiante, me and my ex, we started talking. We started, just kind of getting back together, and one thing led to the other, and we're gonna try it again. So, I mean, I don't know about Tiante. I don't know about this junior whatever, but like I'm just saying, like, it was just a really nice weekend.
So y'all never even went on a formal date?
No, we haven't gone on any kind of formal date because again, after a couple weeks, that's when he got back with her. So then I'm persona non grata at this point.
Yo, man, Bilal out here red boxing chicks.
I know.
Hey, whoever replaced the crying Jordan face on the Georgia Bulldog face with Tyrese need to stop. Just need to get off the internet for the day. But go ahead, Craig.
What more do you want from me? Well, we got some results, Bilal and Tiante.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to give them to you when we come back.
We got your results up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Results. Couldn't find a damn envelope. That's why we had to play an extra song.
Yeah.
Now, who do we have? Reintroduce everybody. For everybody that's just joining in, we're doing Paternity Test Tuesday.
Indeed. And on the line, we got Bilal and Tiante. They got a baby together, allegedly, by the name of Bilal Monte Jr. And it's always adventurous, I feel like, when a female names the child Junior, especially when you're not, like, in a real relationship.
Right.
You don't know for sure if the baby's, like, yours or not. Because then you lose your title if it's not the father, because then you can't be junior.
Are you sure, Tiante, you didn't have any other sexual relations?
That I didn't have with anyone else? You asked me?
Yes.
I'm sure. I know you guys like to joke and stuff.
No, we're not joking.
We're not joking.
I'm not. Don't think I sleep around.
We're not thinking that. It's just a question that we have to ask.
I've not slept around with anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes people be like in between.
Exactly.
Like in between jobs.
No, he was in between, which I ended up finding out. But no, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get down to the
Maybe
bottom.
something wrong with his deck.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with my deck.
Might be some splinters in it. Some cracks in his deck.
Y'all just gonna take that around with you.
Oh, you a genius for that one. Oh my God.
Well, so like, what happens, Bilal, if the baby is yours though? Because that's definitely a possibility. Hence why we're here.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to talk to my ex. I mean, I keep calling her my ex, but she ain't my ex no more. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we try to work something out, but I don't think it's mine though.
So like,
listen, I'm not looking. This is his baby, and he doesn't have to be in my life. But I would like to, at least have him acknowledge his son. So I'm not looking for a relationship.
Right.
Oh. But what about like monetary, child support, things like that? Because it can't be like
that's when I say, acknowledge that includes that.
Oh,
again, I'm in school, so I'm not looking for a sugar daddy. This
you
was
just want to help Pampers
so.
and milk and baby
diapers.
clothes.
Yeah, same thing. Baby clothes.
A stroller, a baby car seat, health insurance,
a stroller,
Medicare, Medicaid.
Yes.
WIC.
Yes.
Women, infants, and children.
All right now.
You can now get Honey and Nut Cheerios on WIC. Because back you usually couldn't get a Cheerio, they'll make you take Honey and Nut Cheerios back. But now you can get Honey and Nut Cheerios, you can get King Vitamins, you can get Kaboom.
Can you get some Flintstones?
Not on. I don't think that's on the WIC list. Yeah, but that's awesome. That's awesome. Anybody out there on Section on WIC that need a roommate, if you rent $25 or less, I'll pay it up for 2018. Let me take that other room. You can let the baby sleep with you. As long as you live in a decent apartment complex where dudes with hoods on don't be hanging out outside of the apartment complex because I had to go to work real early. All right, Crack, come on with the results.
Get to it.
Let's get it popping, yo.
Uh-oh.
Got this envelope right here. As it relates to baby, Bilal Monte Jr. The baby is 99.9%. Bilal.
Yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah.
You are
They
the
are
father.
sure. I mean, is that like for real scientific?
I told you guys.
What?
I told you guys.
I don't know how scientific this test is. I'm just saying.
You are
They are wrong for that. Y'all know you're wrong for that.
Rick, why are you guys? Thanks for making me laugh, and this is so not a funny situation.
I'm playing.
Yeah, I ain't even playing like that. I ain't even at work.
I'm sorry, this is a serious moment.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
I can't.
You put it to the background.
Don't figure something out. Fine.
Yeah, so what do you think your fiance is going to say?
Well, I'm not. Listen, there's nothing joyous about this.
Come on, Greg.
Nah, we happy that we know who the kid's father is, and we're also happy to know that they're like some women are Netflix and chilling over the weekend, and
Ricky, you're clowning.
Please stop. Just please stop.
I mean, I'm saying it ain't even like that.
Well, I mean, you know what? If the baby had not been yours, Bilal, the joke would have been on me. But
hey, man, I'm gonna quit. Y'all go ahead and do the rest of the show, man.
I'm going to.
Hey, congratulations, y'all. Y'all do the rest.
I'm laughing.
No, man, I'm not gonna do this right here. But the dude, man, stop, man.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. If we're gonna work something out, we're gonna figure something out. But I mean,
y'all do the rest of the show.
All right.
It ain't nothing like that. It ain't nothing like that.
well, good luck with everything, guys. Good luck with everything.
Thanks.
Hopefully it works
Thank you.
out, man. And don't be like this guy.
That's gonna be in my head all day.
Please, God, I'm gone.
Rickey Smiley.
Hey, y'all. It's a fresh new year has begun. And if you're setting goals for your business, it's extremely difficult to reach them without the right people on your team. And that's right, ZipRecruiter has transformed how you go about finding them. One of the things I know as a businessman is the difficulty of finding and hiring and keeping good talent. That's why I endorse ZipRecruiter. They get it. ZipRecruiter posts your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. Then ZipRecruiter actively looks for the most qualified candidates and invite them to apply. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate in just one day. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes and industries to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, my listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/smiley. That's ZipRecruiter.com/smiley. One more time to try for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/smiley.
Wednesday on the
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. All the college football fans, we got an opportunity to watch the last game from last night. It was a great game. It was a thriller, one of the best college, Rock T.
Yes, sir.
One of the best college football games. I think it'll probably fall number two.
Number two.
To the
USC versus Texas.
Absolutely. So we had a good game, man, where Georgia pretty much dominated the first half. And I got a good friend of mine, kind of like, this is my little brother right here, LSU graduate. He also played for Nick Saban. You can see him on ESPN, got his own show, him and Greg McElroy on ESPN. And I listen to him. I watch his show every day. Big fan, great kid, Dallas Cowboy, former Dallas Cowboys, big supporter of Rick Smiley Morning Show, man. And him and Tony Dixon, man, we just got a few athletes, man, that's real close to the morning show. Prime time that we argue and debate with all the time about sports. Y'all give it up, man, for little bro Marcus Spears.
Yeah. What up, boy?
Hey, boy.
What's up? What's up, family? What up, big bro?
What up?
I hear y'all in there about Dallas Connect, man. Think about the back in the day when we used to argue about college football, man.
I'm talking about argue all day, Marcus. So tell me, give us a breakdown of the game, and then kind of mix it in what me and you was arguing about all day yesterday.
Yeah. Rick, I think you alluded to it, man. Tale of two halves, right? First of all, Alabama was in such unfamiliar territory, down 13-0. I think the whole country was in shock, the way the game was going at first. And there were some opportunities for it to be even a bigger lead. And then you just look at the game, and I'm telling you, I'm sitting out there at the second half, I'm standing on the sideline, and I'm thinking to myself, this game is too long. you giving Nick Saban too much time and too many opportunities for him not to win this game. But we talk about coaching and we talk about Nick all the time. The gutsiest thing I've ever seen in the national championship is to take a dude out that has a 25-2 record and put a true freshman in a national championship and then tell him to go out there and eat up a lead from another team, and he goes out there and throws a game winner. And I'm talking about a dime down the sideline.
Hey, and by the way, we got the one and only, the best sports analyst on ESPN, and everybody knows this is my all-time favorite sports analyst. And you know, Marcus, you know I love you, but right here,
man, go ahead. I already know.
Hey, Marcus, right here though, y'all give it up for the one and only Maria Taylor.
Maria.
Good morning.
Georgia graduate, member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I am so glad I finally got you and Marcus on the show, and so tell us, Maria, break it down. I want you and Marcus, y'all go back and forth. Break it down.
Sure, I was on the Georgia sideline the whole time.
So what did you see?
I was covering them the whole time. Basically, here's what happened. Kirby Smart is the best at making halftime adjustments, so Nick Saban's gutsy move kind of threw it off because he was not able to see or know that Tua Tagovailoa was going to play in the second half. He's trying to make adjustments on the sideline the entire game. Also, you got to think, Georgia doesn't have the same amount of depth as Alabama has, so the longer the game goes on, the longer it wears on, the less physicality that Georgia can play with, because they really do have maybe like 7 to rotate in the defensive line, and then they also, in the back half of their defense, that's the weakness, and Tua Tagovailoa could actually strike that weakness because he can throw. Jalen Hurts was not able to take advantage of that, so I think that was the difference in the second half.
Yeah, Rick, we knew that. Maria, first of all, how are you okay? Is everything?
First of all, I just woke up. I came home, took NyQuil. I woke up at 9 o'clock and had a text message from Marcus, and I was like, I'm going to do this. But I barely have my voice. I did go to Georgia, so I'm feeling some type of way.
Yeah, you know I love you. I wanted to make sure that this dynamic was okay, because you know Rick is there with all Alabama everything on right now.
First of all, Rick should be happy that they made it out.
Right.
I just think that first the way that game went. I mean, Georgia outplayed, I think, for the majority of the game. But I also understand that it's all Nick Saban at the end of the day. That decision that he made, that's why he's the best, right?
And look, too, one of the things that I think a lot of people have to understand, Rick, I've been a part of a national championship. At times, man, it's things that happen that just happens your way.
Right.
Like Jake Fromm, Georgia's quarterback, threw a pass off D lineman's helmet, and it ended up being an interception.
Right.
You had 4 dudes miss a tackle, and Tua ends up rushing for a first down on 3rd and 7. Like, that kind of stuff, you don't. That's not in the script. Like, that's not game plan. That's not something you think is going to happen. That's just great moments that make for a national championship game like we saw. But then, too, I want you to think about this. This is something we talked about all the time with Nick Saban. In the fourth quarter and in overtime, he had 3 freshmen starting in the most important positions on offense. The left tackle, Alex Leatherwood, Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback, Najee Harris, and then the freshman that caught the touchdown, Devontae Smith. 4 freshmen ended that game for Alabama.
Yeah.
So that just lets you know how well this dude has done for so long at this university, and all 4 of them are back.
Hey, and Maria, so I was arguing with Marcus yesterday. I told him, and I said it, Marcus, I said, I promise you, in order for Alabama to win, they're going to have to put number 13 in the game where they can get the ball downfield to soften up the defense a little bit, to keep the defense honest. Because Jalen didn't throw down the field not one time during the first half. And the day before the game, I was telling Marcus, I said, Marcus, he got to throw the ball down the field. So they're going to have to put in number 13. Did I not?
You did tell me, man. Out of all of my years, I'm telling you, out of all of my years, and if I was to go back again, Rick, and we had that conversation before that game started, I would have told you, hell no, he ain't putting no freshman in the national championship that ain't played a lot this season, and he gonna go out there and ball like he did. Like, that just don't happen.
Hey, Marcus, Maria, I saw him in practice throw 2 touchdowns against the first-string defense I said this dude is. I saw him in practice throw 2 touchdowns against the first string defense. I said this dude is the real deal. I watched both of the quarterbacks practice, but when I saw,
so here's what I understand.
Yeah.
All the coaches on the sidelines at Alabama for a few weeks now have been asking Saban to make a change. I think a lot of people have seen it in practice. I think inside the program they knew that could create a new dynamic that would help the team moving forward. But if you are Nick Saban, in the same way that if you're Kirby Smart, how do you make a reason or an excuse to take out Jalen Hurts if you're still winning ball games?
They had no choice last night. They had
the last game.
Maria. They had absolutely no choice because if nothing changes, nothing changes.
And Rick, that's to your point, Rick. What you just said, I don't think it was so much about making the decision. I think he was forced to make the decision. To be honest with you, because the first half of Jalen was terrible, and there's no way Alabama gets back in that game if they don't have a vertical passing game. And look, for everybody, and I know what you're saying too, Rick and Maria, you've been ingrained in that program. As good as Tua was in practice, and we saw him in the spring, and we said he's a better passer than Jalen right now. You have no idea how a freshman is going to respond in that situation. It still took.
And honestly, you don't know how the team is going to respond either, Marcus. You don't know how the team is going to react to you pulling Jalen Hurts. Right. You don't know how much cachet he has in the locker room, how much cachet he has with that team, what the team is going to look at. But that just proves that Nick Saban outranks everything.
That's why.
Hey, but I'm going to tell y'all this.
He makes the team falls behind it, you know?
And I'm going to tell you off the record, hey, some of the teammates wanted to see him play too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So
I believe that.
Yeah, some of the teammates was like, man, I don't understand this, man. I don't know why they ain't letting this dude play, man. That dude don't miss. He wasn't throwing. He was not overthrowing, underthrowing. He was throwing strikes at practice, man. It was unfreaking believable.
Rick, he was, Rick, but you got to think about it, man. Jalen Hurts, for as bad as he is sometimes from the pocket, this dude put you up in the national championship last year.
Jalen Hurts was 25-2 coming into that game.
Yeah, so
well, it didn't. Nobody wasn't thinking about that when he wasn't doing nothing in the first half.
Look, Rick, man, Rick a fan right now.
I know he is right.
I know, right? I'll never get a job with y'all.
We understand he had to make that decision. We're just saying earlier in the season he had no reason to. Like,
right.
You can't just decide in the middle of the season, I'm just going to put this freshman in because I'm feeling some type of way.
I feel you. Hey, thank y'all. I want y'all to come on the show more. I really do, man. I've been trying to get y'all on the show. Maria, let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
Sure, on Twitter, I'm at MariaTaylor7. That's the number 7. Same thing on Instagram, and obviously I'm on Facebook. And Snapchat is at MariaTaylor700. So is my volleyball game.
All right, Marcus, go ahead and give him yours.
Yeah, my Twitter account is at mspears96. And then my Instagram, my IG is at mspear with no S, 96. But at mspears96 on Twitter. Instagram and Twitter, I'm more active on that. Facebook is really just people that curse me out and get mad about analysis.
Hey, y'all keep your calendar clear. I'm taking y'all to Golden Corral or Piccadilly this evening.
They got those sweet potato balls. I'm there.
Hey, the Smiley Morning Show. Yeah, man. Praise the Lord. With the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's a mix. It's quick, but it's going to get you where you need to be. All right? Dwight Stone got the praise mix downtown right now. It's 12 minutes for the top of the hour. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You are the truth in the light.
Hey, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 8 minutes for the top of the hour. That is the praise mix down. Dwight Stone on the ones and twos right there, man. Stop stressing. Receive your blessing. Move accordingly, all right? Quit sweating the small stuff. Forgive, forget, move on. Do better in life, all right? Rickey Smiley Morning Show.